Twins. Two lives, born on the same day, sharing the same DNA, yet destined to carve out wildly different paths. But what happens when those paths collide in the most unexpected, chaotic, and downright bizarre ways? Buckle up, because this is the story of Jack and Jill, a tale of sibling rivalry, absurdity, and the occasional synchronized fart. A hospital room, September 15th. Two babies are born, wrapped in identical blankets. On September 15th, Jack and Jill entered the world. Twins. Two halves of the same whole. But as they grew, it became clear that while they shared a birthday, they didn't always share the same perspective on life. Jack was the golden child, charismatic, successful, and always in the spotlight. Jill. Well, Jill was different. Quirky, unpredictable, and armed with a noise she'd make when she really didn't like something. Cue the sound, A cluttered garage filled with random items, a box of cables, a bag of spare parts, and a French horn. Life with twins is like having a bag of spare parts. You never know what you're going to need, and half the time, you forget where you put it. But somehow, those parts always find a way to come together, usually when you least expect it. Like the time Jill tried to invent a twin bottle for feeding babies. Spoiler, it was less efficient than just giving them two bottles. But hey, at least she tried. Jack, a stressed-out advertising guru, pacing in his office. A giant Dunkin' Donuts logo looms in the background. Jack's life was all about advertising. His biggest client? Dunkin' Donuts. But when Jill showed up uninvited to one of his high-stakes meetings, chaos ensued. Pepto-Bismol was chugged, donuts were thrown, and somehow, Jill ended up in a commercial for Dunkin', wearing a wig and pretending to be Jack. Dunkin' Donuts was so horrified, they briefly considered changing their name to Dunkin'. True story. Al Pacino, dressed in a flamboyant outfit, dramatically reciting Shakespeare in Jack's living room. Then there was the time Al Pacino showed up. Yes, that Al Pacino. Apparently, Jill had convinced him to star in a commercial for Jack's failing ad agency. But Pacino didn't just show up, he brought drama, flair, and a French horn. And somehow, he ended up seducing Jill in a scene that can only be described as, well, let's just say it involved stickball and a lot of awkward tension. Jack and Jill sitting on a couch, eating popcorn. Suddenly, they both fart in unison. The camera zooms in on their shocked faces. And then there was the synchronized farting. Yes, you heard that right. In a moment that defied all logic and good taste, Jack and Jill discovered they could fart in perfect harmony. It was gross, it was unnecessary, and it was somehow sponsored by Coca-Cola. Because of course it was. Jill, looking sad, carrying two heavy bags of product placements. Jack approaches her, looking genuinely concerned. But amidst all the chaos, there was a moment of clarity. Jill, for all her quirks, just wanted to be seen. And Jack, for all his success, realized that maybe he'd been ignoring the one person who'd always been there for him, his twin. In a rare moment of sincerity, he told her, "The only true way to know if someone cares about you is if they give up something really important in their life for you." And with that, Jill went home. But not before stealing Jack's noise. Cue the sound, A heartwarming montage of real-life twins sharing their stories. In the end, Jack and Jill's story is a reminder that twins share a bond unlike any other. It's messy, it's chaotic, and sometimes it's downright ridiculous. But it's also filled with love, laughter, and the occasional synchronized fart. So here's to twins everywhere, may your lives be as wonderfully weird as Jack and Jill's. The camera pans out to show Jack and Jill sitting on a couch, laughing together. The screen fades to black as the credits roll. Because at the end of the day, whether you're Jack or Jill, life's better when you've got someone to share it with. Even if that someone steals your noise.